Hey guys, Megan here.
Stephanie here.
We are
Barn Besties
with Farm Fresh Advice
here in Gurnee, Illinois, and we are at Fields and Fences with Anita. And where are we, Anita?
We are in aisle B. So this was part of the new addition that was 20 years ago now. And
the new old edition.
The new old edition, yes. And before we built this, we visited a lot of barns to get ideas about stuff that we wanted to do. And one of the best ideas was at a barn in Wisconsin, and they had 2 feet of concrete that went into each stall.
Yeah.
Because the horses normally dig at the feed bucket or they dig at the door.
They're pawing.
Love it.
So there is 2 feet of concrete that goes into the stall.
And then what's the rest of the stall?
It's got a limestone base.
Okay.
I like limestone. A lot of people like rubber mats. The reason why I like the limestone is because it neutralizes the smells.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the trainers have put rubber mats in their stalls, but I prefer them.
Right?
Yeah.
So how often then do you find like the wear and tear where you got to kind of go in and take all the bedding out and fill in some natural, holes and things?
It depends on the horse. If you got a digger, then you've got to do it more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, like once a year, just go in and touch them up. And
yeah. And then do you water them and let them get compacted and hard?
And we have a compactor that.
Okay. Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. Nice.
That we run to compact them down.
Yeah. And I see the stall has a light in it.
Mm-hmm. All the stalls have a light.
Do you have automatic waters or do you have?
No.
Okay.
I don't like automatic waters.
Yeah, there's the group that love them and the group that are kind of like, and there's pros and cons on all that. I mean, your barn is heated, so you in theory would never have to worry about shutting it off for winter. Right. I had a barn that I was at and I managed, we had automatic waters all summer and loved it, but then we had to have them shut off and drained and blown out. And and we were, 6 months of the year still hauling hoses. So
I still like to see that they're actually drinking.
Yeah.
Because I hear that those gauges go out a lot. So I don't trust the gauges.
Yeah. And I love your stalls because I love the full on air on the doors.
Yeah, on the new addition, that was one of the things that we had done was have the gate here.
We got to show this channel. Yeah. So this door slides into a channel here. I kind of did something similar at my farm, but not this smart. We just had a little section at the bottom instead of running this all the way up. And now I'm like, why didn't we just do that? It's so smart.
Well, we've never had anybody escape out of these because of the channel. And then also, these are stainless steel pins.
I had the pins too.
Love the pins.
And so what I found is, like, if you didn't have this here, they could push this.
Yep.
So, like I said, we just did a little thing, but I love this so much more.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Pipe. You didn't buy these? The blanket bar?
Yeah, we just
really?
Yeah,
were they pre-made or did you guys?
No, we just bought the pieces, put them together.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah,
so
you made them.
This was your idea. I love it because we welded ours with horseshoes, and I love your own made versus bought. It just gives it much more character.
And one other thing that we did that I really liked is in the old building, the feed windows were right here, so they were right next to the outlets.
Oh, you moved them a little sideways.
So that way, if you've got a fan plugged in, they can't get to the cord.
Yeah.
Right. So smart.
Very
safe.
Smart.
So that was another thing that we had seen while we were out and adopted that idea.
We should point out above you is a fan that obviously is running down. And does it get hot in here? Because you do have a hung drop ceiling in here, and it's same height, it looks like in the stalls is what's above us.
Everything is a 10-foot drop ceiling, and it does have insulation above it. So it's a steel building, so it tends to hold the cold or the hot. So like right now, even though it's gotten hot outside, it's nice and cool in here.
It is.
Because it's still holding the cold.
The cold, sure. So you'll get some residual for a while until July when everybody's kind of baking.
Yeah, and then in July, everybody has a fan.
Yeah. So these kind of push the heat down and out.
And they all have a little tag on for
their feed,
and tells you who they are and the vet. That's smart.
Right.
And I guess you can get them from Schneider's.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Clearly. And then behind Mr. Cameraman for water access, you have a nice hydrant and hose. So that's how you fill the buckets.
So can I just say this scares me to death because this is concreted in, and the reason why is I've had to replace these.
Yes.
Oh, don't talk about it.
Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah, you're going to
you have to dig up the concrete if something goes wrong.
So this scares me like a lot because I've had just bad,
But it's like, what other choice do you have? Because
you can't,
in the old building, they left a little
And then
dirt
you
around it.
Yeah. They still had to.
You still have to dig out the concrete around it.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is.
Luckily,
pros and
the
cons.
Iowa hydrants last a long time.
They do last a long time. And that's why when we were putting them in, I said I wanted the Iowa because I had tried other ones and they didn't last long, but I still had some problems.
Yeah, these are heavy duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can be rebuilt too. The guts come out, so you can rebuild them.
Yes. So how many stalls are in this aisle?
This aisle has 46 stalls.
Now, is there grooming areas in here?
There's 2 wash racks down there and 2 tack rooms.
I do see you've got a nice fire extinguisher.
There's fire extinguishers every 50 feet. They're recharged and checked every February. That's another annual maintenance
And then
type
I know
thing.
Megan and I have talked about this, but luckily the bulbs are not exposed. You've got covers on these.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
and this is your fly.
That's the fly spray
the fly
system.
spray system.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that and talk about that.
All right, well, we have to go down there to see that.
We do. Okay. Well, so yeah, these stalls all the same size?
Well, the ones on this side, some of them are 10 by 14s because with the steel beams, there was extra room.
Oh,
So some of these are 10 by 14s and the rest are 10 by 12s.
okay. These got some windows in some of them, so that's some nice natural light. I mean, wow, that's really great. Okay, another hydrant right there.
Yep.
And a little hose reel, Megan. Gotta hang the hose.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is one of the tack rooms.
Oh, Megan, I have tack room envy. Look how beautiful this is. I honestly love the pine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just very classic horse.
The tongue and groove.
Yeah,
car
look at all
siding.
the saddle racks, Megan.
Oh, you know what I like? The lock.
The lock.
The
Yeah.
lock.
Yep.
Yeah.
And every trainer, every tack room has their own.
They select their code. In
Yep.
fact, this aisle right now, we're using it for horse shows. So when a trainer is using this tack room for the horse show, we just program in whatever code they want and they can keep their stuff in here overnight.
Wow. And is this climate controlled?
That is heated, yep. Every tack room in the building.
Does it air condition too, or?
No,
Okay.
just heat.
Yeah. So this is lovely. It's that O word, Megan. I'm old and I love the boxcar siding. It's just classic. So this is great. All right. So learning more things about this aisle, people.
Aisle D. And we have wash racks.
Yep, 2 more wash racks.
Oh, here we go. Bet you these are popular at the horse shows.
Yes, they are. And
I
of
like
course,
how you did the fronts. They're not fully open, so they're a little bit more contained in there.
yeah.
And oh, Megan, do you see what I see?
What do you see?
I see naughtiness.
What?
I see naughtiness.
What?
People.
Oh,
No.
We got the
No. Keep
Well,
the
she did
drains
say they
clean.
were show stalls. Yeah, that's what happens.
And do these have the same type of heater where
Yes.
it's a tankless
continuous
heater?
hot water.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And what are the vents in the back
For the heat.
for the heat?
Yeah.
Does this have floor heat?
There's not heat in
Okay.
the aisle.
Okay, so it is a forced air system in this
Mhm.
section of the barn.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like how this isn't fully open
Mhm.
because you're sort of
You
giving
can-
the horses a chance to like not just want to charge right out.
Settle
But it's a
in.
nice wide door.
Yep, and you got to get them in.
I mean,
They're
it's-
in, they're pretty well settled. At first, they're suspicious.
Yeah.
Almost 6 feet.
Right.
Right?
hmm
That's great. Love that. Very cool. Okay, is there a switch?
I'll get it later.
Okay, we'll get it on the way back.
So in here,
Ooh.
this is where we have the fly spray system.
Ooh, oh yay. Fancy.
Oh, there it is.
So it's
Is
No.
it piranha?
yeah.
Ooh, piranha.
So we had a wonderful interview with the ladies from Piranha at Midwest Horse Fair, and I was telling Megan I have experience with these and how much I love them.
Yes.
And she's seen them in a barn in Cali,
Mhm.
California.
So it's a 55-gallon tank. There's a 2.5-gallon
Mixture.
solution
Yep.
that you mix with the water. That tank will take care of all of aisle B and the grooming stalls for about 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, love it. And you don't have to winterize it, but you could.
If
You just turn it off.
if I didn't have heat,
Right.
I would blow out the
Right.
lines.
Yeah, here, because she told us a little bit about how, I mean, all you do is hook a pressure or what do
An
you call
air
it?
compressor to
Air
it.
compressor to it and blow everything out. And she said, you can just let the solution freeze. It'll be fine in the spring. You kind of stir it up a little, yeah. So yeah, you don't have to actually winterize because everything's heated, but in this, I'm assuming is just amazing.
It's totally amazing.
Yeah.
So when I had my barn at home, I didn't have a system at home, and I'd go home and I'd be swatting flies and mosquitoes like crazy, and I'd be like, what the heck? And then I'd remember, oh, you've got a fly spray system at the commercial barn.
It actually works.
Oh,
Yeah.
huge difference.
So do we have nozzles in the stalls, or is it in the aisles only?
In the aisle,
Okay.
it's every 20 feet,
Okay.
and then there's one over each stall.
And where do you place it in the stall? Because we were kind of asking her, like, she said you can kind of do it wherever. If they eat in a certain spot, you put the nozzle somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I mean, how did you guys do it? Did you put it right in the middle?
It's pretty much in the middle of all the stalls, yeah.
And how often does it go?
You can set it for whatever you want.
Right.
So I have it set to go off, I think, 4 or 5 times a day.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah. And you can make the misting time, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, whatever you need.
Sure. So what do you find that works really well? Like you said, 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, and I do 45-second mist.
Yeah, that's great. I love this. I'm telling you. This is awesome.
And then while we're in here, these are the controls for the big gas fans.
Oh, okay, your fans. Okay. Yeah, and you got a label. South fan, center fan, and north fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Easy.
So are they timers and things?
No, they're not on timers. You have to manually turn them on and turn them off.
Okay.
And that's why the
Are
instructions
they
are hanging
quiet?
there. Oh, real quiet.
Real quiet.
Oh, super quiet.
You don't even know they're going?
Yeah.
Other than your hair is blowing?
Well, if it's on full blast, your hair will blow. But if it's just like on 15, it's,
Sure.
just moving the air.
Yeah, that's cool. I love this. What do you think, Megan?
I'm ready to move in.
I know, right? Very jealous. I got some jealous action going on. This is great. So this is like a mechanical room and some storage for you?
Right.
Yeah, that's great. Love it. Storage is always key. I'm
Yeah,
loving this so
storage.
much. Thank you, Anita. And then you got access to outside.
Right. There's 3 doors in each aisle. So the center door.
Emergencies.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah.
You don't want to
and
have
you
too
can-
long of a run without having a door there.
No,
Right.
And you
don't.
don't ever want to block your doors. That's one of the things that just drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're blocking the door with, hay feeders or,
Yeah, and people do it.
All the
They
time.
put tables,
yeah.
and then crap kind of accumulates around the tables, and pretty soon it's spilling off the table and more, and pretty soon you can just sort of squeeze.
Yeah, you want to make sure you can always get
Or
out
they
during
put-
an emergency.
They decide next to the table needs to be a UTV. Oh, it's a great place to park a UTV, and then suddenly it's not a door,
Yeah.
The storage little block.
You
Yeah,
always have to think about emergencies and getting out fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very fast.
absolutely. So, well, thank you for showing
Thank
us.
you,
This is
Anita.
ILB, Anita,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I'll be.
You guys, we've had so much we've been learning. Make sure you've watched all the videos or go back and watch them. We're learning so much from Anita. This has been fantastic. Hit that subscribe, shade in the bell so that you're notified when we upload new videos, which is how often, Megan?
Every day.
Every day. Yeah, Monday through Fridays for sure. Mondays through Fridays for sure. And lately we've been hitting a lot of weekends too.
Yeah.
So we will see you on our next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.